YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about two key players and possibly more that Washington could cut to create more salary cap space for the 2023 offseason. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when new content is posted to the channel. And today, the Washington Commanders, or should I say the Dallas Cowboys, lost yesterday, so everyone should be in a good mood. So hit that like button, show me that you guys are excited that the Cowboys are now and at home, just like us and just like the Giants. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button to show your hatred towards the Dallas Cowboys. Also, again, like I said, we're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please help me get there. Now with that out the way, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So like I alluded to, guys, 3 out of 4 NFC East teams are currently at home right now, with the Dallas Cowboys losing yesterday to the San Francisco 49ers. Thank you so much. Shout out to the 49ers, man, for taking care of the Dallas Cowboys, because Lord knows, man, if they would have made it to the NFC Championship, bro, or possibly the Super Bowl, that would have been the worst case scenario for the Washington Commanders and just the whole NFC East in general. Like, yeah, like Eagles fans, they're terrible, bro, as far as bragging and stuff like that. And not so much the Giants. I don't really care like that they brag or anything, because they're not arrogant, okay? But when the Cowboys and Eagles fans, when they win, they're very, very arrogant. But I've already dealt with the Eagles in 2017, so I'm not surprised. I wouldn't care as much. But since the Cowboys are our biggest rival and they haven't won anything since the 90s, just like us, it would be terrible if they would have made it to the NFC Championship, man, or even the Super Bowl, bro. That would have killed me. But I'm glad that they're at home. You got Cowboys fans saying fire or cherry Dak Prescott and trade Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, Dak Prescott was terrible yesterday. Do you blame them? They only was able to manage 12 points. Tony Pollard was set to make a huge some good money for his position and his role, and he broke his leg, I think. So dang, that's terrible for them. But enough on the Cowboys. They're at home just like us, taking a seat. Let's get into our news today. So the Washington Commanders, obviously, full offseason has been in full effect for probably like the past couple weeks. And a big thing is, are we going to move on from Carson Wentz? And moving on from Carson Wentz, the reason why we want to look to create more cap space is because we have guys that we want to pay. We have guys that we want to possibly keep, and then also we want to be able to go out there and try to make a move in free agency, because we know we need to upgrade this team. The Washington Commanders currently sit at around, I want to say, $7 million in cap space. But they could definitely move up in cap space with cutting a few guys. The biggest one being Carson Wentz. Now, I have an article pulled up here from Commanders Wire. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and read along with me. And the title of it is Logan Thomas a possible salary cap casualty this offseason? So if you take a look, it starts off by saying this: the worst kept secret in Washington is quarterback Carson Wentz will be released sometime before the new league year begins in March. The Washington Commanders will save over $26 million by releasing Wentz. There are no penalties associated with cutting Wentz, as he has no guaranteed money left on his remaining 2 years of his deal. Per over the cap, the Commanders currently have over $7 million available in cap space for the 2023. Releasing Wentz frees up over $33 million for Washington, but there are other avenues for the team to clear up money. One is veteran tight end Logan Thomas. Thomas signed a modest 2-year contract with Washington in March 2020. Despite starting multiple quarterbacks, Thomas enjoyed a breakout season, catching over 72 passes for 670 yards and 6 touchdowns, all career high. The summer before his second season with Washington, the team signed up to a 3-year extension worth $24 million. Unfortunately, Thomas battled hamstring injuries early in the season, and when he returned later, he tore his ACL on a dirty hit by Las Vegas Raiders defensive end Yannick Ngakoue. Thomas finished his second season in Washington, playing in 6 games and finishing with a total of 18 receptions for 196 yards and 3 touchdowns. Moving on, Thomas recovered from his ACL to make the Commanders' opening day roster. Still, he didn't look quite like his former self. which was understandable less than 1 year from re-aggravating or reconstructive knee surgery. Thomas finished this 2022 season with 39 receptions for 323 yards and two and you know, a total of 14 games and one touchdown in a total of 14 games. It was a disappointment season for Thomas, but it wasn't completely his fault. The Commanders started 3 quarterbacks again in 2022. Thomas is expected to count 8.7 million against the cap in 2023. If the Commanders need the salary cap space, they could save over $5 million by releasing Thomas. Thomas is considered a team leader, and he can still play. Washington could look to give him another season where he isn't spending the entire offseason rehabbing a serious injury. There is also the opportunity for the Commanders to restructure Thomas. What works in Thomas' favor is who would start for Washington. If the Commanders cut Thomas, that would mean filling another hole this all season. There are 3 promising young players behind Thomas, but none you will be comfortable with as your full-time starter in 2023. John Bates enters in his 3rd season. Bates has started several games and an excellent blocker and catcher every time, everything thrown his way. He's just not a dynamic receiver. Rookie Cole Turner and Amari Rodgers are dynamic, but didn't show much in 2022. Rodgers, a former college quarterback, did show flashes before late season injury. All 3 are under contract in 2023. So that's the end of the article. Shout out to the Commander Wire. Let's go ahead and bring me back in full screen there. So as you heard, the Washington Commanders have $7 million in cap space right now. What can you do with that? Nothing, right? So by cutting Carson Wentz, you can go up to over 30 million or 30 million in cap space. That's solid. Okay. And then with releasing Logan Thomas, you're going to just make, you can save $5 million. If I'll be honest with you guys, even though Logan Thomas was not good this past year and he still was battling injuries and he hasn't really been good since his breakout year in 2020, is it really worth cutting him? Like, are you, unless you're seriously dying for cap space, like, and you need the cap space, is it seriously worth cutting Logan Thomas? Like, let's keep it a buck, bro. Like, again, unless we're dying for cap space, I expect Logan Thomas to be back here. I mean, he means more to this locker room than just, tight end one. Obviously, that's his occupation, and that's what he gets paid to do, is to be tight end one. But this guy is a captain. He's a team leader. He's a veteran presence around the locker room. And again, he's not chewing up the bank. Like, he's not just robbing us, bro. Okay. In his defense, he was injured again last season. Okay. 3 quarterbacks again that he had to face or had to deal with. So he just like everybody else on the offense, he didn't have a real rapport with one quarterback. Okay, when he was in there. But again, the main part is that he didn't stay healthy. And that's on him. But considering the fact that you don't have a true tight end one outside of Logan Thomas, and you already have other holes like the offensive line, the quarterback being the biggest one, still trying to find more linebackers, trying to re-sign Deron Payne. Okay, you cutting Logan Thomas is only going to create another hole. Unless you genuinely think, and I don't think they think like this, unless they genuinely think Amari Rodgers is ready to be tight end one in year 2 and just take the reins from Logan Thomas and be that guy, then you might be better off just keeping Logan Thomas. Like, obviously, Amari Rodgers, Cole Turner, and even John Bates, their ceiling is much more higher than Logan Thomas's. But at this current moment, are you comfortable with sending Cole Turner or Amari Rodgers out there to be your tight end one? No, you're not. So instead of creating yet another hole and another problem, you're going to keep Logan Thomas, or at least you should. I wouldn't be surprised if this team cuts Logan Thomas. Not at all. It wouldn't move me one bit. But I don't think it's the smartest option because you need a tight end one, and that is what he is for us, at least, at this moment. When he's healthy, he's definitely capable of being a tight end one. He just has to be healthy. And I think with this offseason, not having to rehab his knee, not having to do stuff to get back right, This is his first true off season since being signed to that contract extension where he can just focus on getting better. So I don't think cutting Logan Thomas would be a good idea. Again, I wouldn't hate it. Like I wouldn't be like totally just distraught at the fact that we cut Logan Thomas. That it wouldn't kill me. But I don't think it's the smartest idea right now, considering the fact that you don't have a tight end one if you cut him. Like again, Amani Rodgers, he can morph into that, but the guy was a former college quarterback, just like Logan Thomas. So it's going to take time for him to develop into that. And with him having a late season injury, he missed crucial time. And Cole Turner, same thing, injuries kind of derailed his rookie season. And on top of that, not to mention Scott Turner, when they were healthy, Scott Turner didn't really use them. So I personally sitting here today, I'm not comfortable with cutting Logan Thomas because I want us to have a tight end one, or at least somebody that can go out there and be consistent when healthy, and that's Logan Thomas. And he's shown that before. So I would want him back. Again, if he doesn't come back, wouldn't be surprised, wouldn't be butthurt about it. But I definitely, if it was up to me, I definitely would bring him back, especially since he's not killing the cap space. If he was Carson Wentz, okay, that's a different story. But since he's not killing the cap space and we can survive without Logan Thomas, or with Logan Thomas being here as far as, the cap goes, it's no purpose of cutting this guy. Okay. So that's how I personally feel. The guy he's good when he's healthy. He's a team leader. He's a veteran presence in the locker room. People love him. He voices his opinion. He's a straight shooter when it comes to giving it how it is. Okay, he means much more to this team than just a guy. Okay, so I would definitely want Logan Thomas back, but it would not surprise me if this team decides to move on from him. Carson Wentz, on the other hand, you notice how I didn't talk much more about Carson Wentz because he's gone, bro. We need him to be gone. Okay, he's gonna be gone. He has no guaranteed money left on his contract, and he was terrible this year. He was a 1-year rental, and he was terrible. So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Would you cut Logan Thomas along with Carson Wentz to save more cap space? Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section down below. As always, it's me, boy, One Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to watch the Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you want to and if you enjoy this content. See you guys next time. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you popped.